Hello, everyone. If you were watching this past worship service and the announcements that were a part of it, you saw that we were going to do communion this upcoming Sunday in an actual way, in-person way, not just via our Facebook page or YouTube page or a video. I wanted to find a way that we could gather together and celebrate the holy meal, but at the same time be as healthy and as safe as we could in the situation we find ourselves in with our society and the virus and everything else. So the way that I figured out I learned how to do this through listening to other pastors, both Methodist and non-Methodist, and talking with some of the people that are around our area, is to do a drive-through communion service. This video is all about trying to give you just a little bit of instruction on how it's going to operate so that you have some kind of idea as you come to the church. It will be this Sunday, the first Sunday of September, from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you can come after you've watched worship, after you've had your lunch, and you can come out to the church and partake of communion with us. So this video is just going to be very similar to the video that I made when we came into the church. And when we started in-person worship in the sanctuary. It's simply meant for you to see how things are going to operate so that you can make sure you do what you need to and you know what's going on. So without further ado, why don't I show you and walk you through how our drive-through communion is going to operate.
I'm going to walk you through the steps. It's not very difficult, so it shouldn't be hard for anyone to take care of. But just so that everyone knows how it's going to work, I wanted to walk through just like we did when we opened the sanctuary with a short, quick little video that tells us exactly and tells y'all exactly how we're going to do communion together. So first and foremost, you'll see our street coming down right next to the sanctuary. We are going to be utilizing the youth building parking lot. So you'll come past the church down to where the youth building is. As you can see, as the camera pans across, you'll drive down the road until you get to the entrance into the youth building parking lot. This is where you're going to turn right and come into the parking lot. The line will form this way, and you'll keep going down the parking lot towards the youth building. The whole point of using cars is the fact that if you're in your own vehicle, then you're still with your family unit and you can be safe within the car. We will ask that you stay within your car. Do not leave your car or try to go and talk to other people in line. The whole point of this exercise is for us to be able to stay safe with the social distancing, but at the same time gather together in a new way to take communion together. Now you'll come up to the front doors of the youth building, and here there will be a table with 4 people. There'll be 2 people at the table and 2 people that are serving. They'll come and they'll give you your wafer and your cup of juice. You'll take communion. Then you'll drive a little bit further, and this is where I'm going to be. And I'll come over to the car. We'll say a quick prayer. If you have anything that you'd like to talk to me about, that'd be awesome time. One of the best parts about this is a way for me to be able to see everyone, because I know that some of y'all still don't feel all that comfortable gathering in the sanctuary for Sunday morning worship. So this is a way for you to see me, for me to see you, and for us to talk about what we're doing. And then after you've taken communion, after the time of prayer, then you'll leave out the parking lot this direction, and then you're free to take a right or a left. And leave that direction so that it's an easy flow of traffic.
As I said at the very end, my hope and prayer for this type of service is that it brings us closer together during this time where isolation is absolutely not only essential but just a part of our lives. And I know for a lot of us, myself included, this isolation thing is getting very, very annoying, and it's really starting to mess with my mind, with my heart, and everything else. And I know that it's doing the same to you. And so my hope for this is to allow us to gather in a way that the majority of our congregation feels safe and healthy to come out and be a part of it, but at the same time still be somewhat in person. As I said in the video, our goal is to not have anyone get out of their cars, but hopefully as you are driving through the parking lot, as you're leaving, as you're coming in, you see people that maybe you haven't seen in a while. And you can wave at them through the windows and at least see that each other are doing okay. And then, honestly, this is another thing for me. I have missed seeing each and every one of your faces. Now, some of you I've seen on a fairly regular basis because you've been able to come to in-person worship in the sanctuary. But I also understand that there's a number of y'all that have not done that yet, and there's many reasons for that, and each one is a good reason. Um, but this is a way for me to be able to see your smiling face, to say hello to you, for us to pray together, and for me to see if there's anything that I or the church can do to help you get through this season that we're living in 2020. And hopefully, we don't have to do this for very much longer. It seems like the numbers are getting better. It seems like everything is getting better. And hopefully, we can do away with this new normal and go back to our old normal fairly quickly and sometime in the near future. But until that time happens, we're going to continue to do new things so that we can continue to gather as the body of Christ and continue to be the church and to build each other up in faith, in grace, and in peace. So I hope and pray that you can be a part of this communion service. At the moment, we are only going to do it once a month, typically the way we would do it in the sanctuary. So the first Sunday of every month, we would do this communion. But depending on the kind of outpouring that we have and the desire of the congregation, we may increase this to having it either every other week or maybe even every week. So if you'd like to see us do communion more often, let me know. If this is something that really hits home for you, really helps you out, especially if you're someone who still doesn't quite yet, you're not quite ready to come to in-person worship in the sanctuary. Um, Let me know. You can drop me a comment in the comment section here on YouTube or on the Facebook page, or you can text me, call me, or email me, whichever way is easiest for you, and let me know what you think about our communion through the drive-through. And we'll continue to evolve it and continue to use it so that we can truly continue to be the body of Christ together. God bless you all, and I'll see you on Sunday morning as we partake of the Holy Supper together.